I don't know why I did this to myself. What's up? I'm Greg. Welcome back to my channel. So if you've been following me on social media for a while now, especially Instagram and Twitter, you would know that I went on an Adam Silvera binge read. Like before this, I had only read What If It's Us and They Will Die at the End. And What If It's Us was like my introduction to Adam Silvera, and that was like, oh, okay, that's cute. And then I read They Will Die at the End, and I was just like emotionally in torment for Lord knows how long. And last month I decided, you know what? Fuck it, let's just read all those books in one. And I just finished. And I mean that literally, I just finished Infinity Reaper like 5 minutes ago. So like, this is fresh shit, people. Now you're probably wondering, Greg, you just read the entire Adam Silvera catalog. Are you okay? The answer is absolutely.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really.
Not. I am not okay. I do not know who the fuck gave Adam Silvera permission to just sneak into my emotions and fuck me up the way he did, but I'm suing. Also, if it seems like I'm in pain, I actually am, like in physical pain. I just got a tattoo this morning, so, you know, things are weird here. Alright, so I'm gonna be going in the order in which I read the books and not like order of release, which, I mean, it is sort of an order of release, but I'm just gonna go through all of them. So bear with me on this. It's gonna be a wild ride. Right, so as I mentioned, the very first Adam Silvera book that I've ever read was What If It's Us with him and Becky Albertalli. And just like I mentioned in the first video, like this was like my introduction to, well, first of all, to Adam Silvera, obviously, and Becky Albertalli, but also to reading in general, because like this was the thing that started all of this. This, I gave it 5 stars. If I were to read it back now, I would probably give it 3 or 4. The reason I initially gave it 5 stars because, you know, the very first, the thing, it did it for me back then. If I were to read it now, the amount of Harry Potter references alone would knock it down 1 or 2 stars, so there's that. But it's still one of my favorite books. And I don't know, there's not really a lot to say about this. It's just a cute little love story that happens in New York. So, 5 stars or whatever. The second Adam Silvera book I read was They Both Die at the End. And kill me. Reading this was a journey. Let's just leave it at that. And again, as I mentioned in the first video, I finished this and I was on a plane, and that was just, oh Lord, trauma, just trauma. But this actually is also one of my favorite books because of just how it's written. That's the thing with Adam Silvera, his books will fuck you up, but they're written so well and so beautifully that you just can't help but be sucked into it. And the characters are fucking amazing. Like in Infinity Reaper itself, I'll get back to that in a few, but like Brighton, piece of shit, but I'm curious to see what happens. But this is also a 5-star read for me. What I really like about this book is like the message of don't waste your life, because you follow the protagonists, Mateo and Rufus, and Rufus is just out here doing his fucking thing. Mateo is completely opposite. He's just like a homebody, not doing anything, and then on his last day he tries to do it all, and he feels like he did right before the inevitable. I mean, I don't want to hear no one in the comments or anywhere else telling me, oh, you spoiled the ending. Bitch, the spoiler is in the fucking title. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, yeah, I had hope they would survive too, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They die. But yeah, the overall message of don't take anything for granted, live your life to the fullest, that hit deep. Especially since you get so emotionally invested. Fuck. Next up, we have More Happy Than Not, which I have 2 versions of, because fuck it. No, I initially bought this one first at like a local bookstore here, and I bought this one like 2 days or so after I initially finished this, because I heard there's a deluxe version with a new ending, and I'm just like, give it to me. But this one, I would also I would highly recommend this to a lot of people as well. It did break me, not in the way that like They Both Die at the End, her history like it left me broke me, but this broke me in like a way that I really connect with the main character Aaron, in that well, a lot of his experiences, like, I wouldn't relate to most of them, but some of them I do, and it was like really fucking heartbreaking. One of my favorite quotes from this book is, the procedure cannot be faulted for what the heart wants to remember. Did I say that correctly? Wait. No, it's the procedure cannot be faulted for the heart remembering what the mind forgot. And honestly, that speaks volumes, because the entire plot is the fact that Aaron, the main character, wants to forget the fact that he's gay, or wanted to forget the fact that he's gay, because of everything leading up to it. And, like, I feel you, Aaron, because, like, if someone presented me with an opportunity, like, I would say, what, 5 or so years? No, not even 5, let's just say 10 years ago. Somewhere between 5 and 10 years ago. Like, if someone came to me with an opportunity to forget the fact that I was gay, I would take it, because coming out was not exactly a great experience, but I'm glad I did it. And everything leading up to that, there was depression, mental health problems, self-harm. I'm not gonna lie, there was some self-harm. You know, this took a turn for the worse, but there it is. And just reading this, it made me very emotional, because I connected with him in this way. And it was... oh fuck, now I'm sad again. One thing I will say for Adam Silvera, with his writing is beautiful, yes, but it made me look back at my past and reflect on everything. And for some reason, like, while reading this, I was like, should I just take a break from social media in general and just focus on myself and just chill out for a bit? I might do that. Not gonna lie, I might do that. I am thinking about that. But after I read this, because I posted reactions on Instagram a lot, and my friend Sol actually got into it, and like when she read it, like me and her just started gushing about the book and started talking about it in detail. And it was really great to talk to someone who had just read it fresh as well. So shout out to my girl Sol. I sent her I bought her this version. It should arrive to her soon, I hope. I really fucking hope. But while reading this, I was reminded that this was Adam Silvera's debut novel, and I feel like this was such a powerful debut because it hits you right in the gut, in both the good and the bad way. Because while you do feel for the character and you feel every fucking emotion possible, you also understand why, and that just adds to it, I think. When I originally read it and read the ending, I was just like crying because like, oh fuck, I'm not gonna spoil the ending for you, you can just read it yourself. Actually, please do read it yourself. But after I read the original ending, I just wanted to cry so much. And then I got the deluxe version and read the alternative ending, and I find it so much better. Like, I can sleep at night now, knowing that Aaron, you know what, no, I'm not saying anything, you read it yourself. 5 out of 5 stars, read it yourself, please. This, I just want to say, Adam Silvera, if you're watching this, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck? I have been crying at this since I read it. I started crying on page 1. I've read the first page so many fucking times. Not even the first page, just the first sentence so many fucking times because it gets the fucking gut punch from start to finish. The reason I give it 4 stars is because at some point I just stopped feeling sympathy for any of the characters. Like literally not one character got sympathy from me because they all made such horrible decisions. I mean, I understand that they were grieving and all, but still. But what I like about this book is that like it takes place in 2 timelines. So like the present and history, you know, history is like it left me, that makes sense. And as you go, you're confused when you get you get context like right afterwards, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes it fucking worse, thanks. Because the history is just so fucking depressing. Like it starts off so sweet. Not even start. The history starts off sweet. Like you start with the main character Griffin and his best friend / ex-boyfriend / love of his life. You know how they got together, how they started dating, their first date, all the sweet shit. And then you get to the depressing part and you're just like, why? Am I glad I spent money on this book? Hell yeah, I regret nothing. I mean, no, wait, there are a lot of things I regret. But reading Adam Silvera's catalog, that I do not regret, no. After I finished this, like, I just needed someone to talk to. And I was just like spamming all my friends, like, the fuck did I just read? And afterwards, I was just laying on my floor crying and listening to Driver's License by, what's her fucking name? Because not gonna lie, the lyrics kind of resonate with this. I mean, if you change the lyrics slightly, they resonate a lot with this. And I have this entire animation thing going on in my head every time I hear that song. And I just like picture this book, especially the ending, and I'm just full on crying. So now I can't listen to that song anymore. But just like they both died at the end, this also made me think of like how short life is and like how I really should appreciate the people who I love. I also didn't ever force anything because, believe me, if you read this, you will understand what I mean when I say never force anything, because that never turns out well. But this, I did not really connect a lot with the characters, which is also another reason I give it 4 stars. Honestly, I think this was just a way to make for Adam Silvera to make us cry. Even though a lot of these are just like, they'll make you cry and think and cry some more, some other reviews or whatever. And it did do that. It did. But it made me cry more than anything. Would I recommend it? Depends. How emotionally stable are you? But I will say, through all of that, like the emotion and everything, it is beautifully written. I will forever give Adam Silvera props for how beautifully the man writes books. Like sentences, quotes, phrases, all of it is just so well written, so well put together. There is not a bad thing I can say about his writing, except for, gut punches. But yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. Would recommend if you are emotionally ready for this, because it will leave you broken. And now for his most recent works, The Infinity Cycle, which are only 2 of the 3. And dude, what the fuck, where is book 3? As I said, I literally just finished Infinity Reaper. I'm not okay. I mean, I'm never okay after finishing a Silvera book, but this, I don't understand how this dude went from gut punching me with emotions to gut punching me with plot twists. What the fuck? Also, why are there 2 different cover sizes? What is this? The font is different, the size is different. What? Why? I'm probably just gonna buy all the books in hardcover or something when they all 3 come out, because I do love this. Actually, I really fucking love this. So starting off with Infinity Reaper, I gave this one 5 stars because it's the introduction, and the main character, Emil, I fucking love him. I will protect him at all costs. His brother Brighton can suck it. But I honestly think this is a great fucking fantasy novel. Everything is explained so well, and if you don't understand the rankings and everything like that, there is actually an explanation of that at the beginning of book 2, so you can see all of it. You get what I mean. But I think this was a really good debut to this fantasy world, because it gives you so much information, so many great characters, the emotional depth of it all, and then it continues on to book 2, which is also fantastic. Although I would prefer book 1. But now I'm just curious to know what the fuck happens in book 3. So the story is actually told by the perspective of 4 people. The main character, Emil, his brother Brighton, a girl Maribel, and another guy, Ness. And I've read some fantasy series that some are the first one is really great and the second one is meh. I'm Looking at You, Children of Blood and Bone. I have not read the sequel yet, but I have heard a lot of people tell me the sequel is meh. But I did not get that with these. It really felt like a really organic transition from one to the other, especially since the first one ends on a cliffhanger and then it starts off immediately right after this. So you jump from one to the other and you know exactly what's gonna happen. Well, not exactly, but it transitions very well. So where this one ends, this one starts. Let's just leave it at that. But what I love is that the villains are very clear since the beginning, and you know their motivations, and their plans are actually really fucking good. I will admit that. And we love a good, well-rounded villain who knows what the fuck they want. We love to hate them. But this one is told more by the perspective of Emil. And again, he is baby, I will fight for him. And if you're looking for a great fantasy novel to get into, would recommend. Although I would hold off until next year, or until they have a release date for the third book, because believe me, you will just want to throw this at the wall. I know I did. Well, not this one, the second one. Speaking of, Infinity Reaper, again, finished like, what, 10 or so minutes ago now? I don't know how long it's been. I gave it 4 stars because Brighton is a piece of shit that I have no sympathy for. This one is told more from the perspective of Brighton, and look, he is I want to say he's a good character because he knows what he wants, yes, but my problem with Brighton is that, and I've went on rant about this on Instagram as well, so those people know, but my problem with Brighton is the fact that he is so stuck in his ways, and he has this superiority / wannabe superhero complex that gets in the way of everything, that he can never be content or happy with anything. Literally, anytime anyone does anything, he's like, okay, but wait, I did it better, or I can do this better, or whatever. And I'm just like, could you shut up and just enjoy the fucking moment, for fuck's sake? He's always trying to one-up everyone. He always wants to be the best of the best. And okay, I admire that, sure. But do you have to be an asshole about it, dude? I don't know if that was Silvera's original plan, but it worked. If that was the plan. But I would say this is a solid sequel because, you know, you never really lose the momentum or the energy of the first one. In fact, it actually increased my momentum and like energy from the first one. Usually with series, I like to like read the first one, then take a little break, maybe read something else in between, and then hop into the other one. But with this, I found myself wanting to read it right away, especially again because of the cliffhanger ending in the first one, and then there's an I wouldn't really call it a cliffhanger, or maybe, I don't know. There's also a short in this, or like after this, that's like that dives deeper into the origin of one of the 4 people, like one of the 4 main characters. I have not gotten to that yet. I will. Don't know when, but I will. But if anything, this just made me excited for the third book because. So I don't know if you've noticed, but I do like reviews differently than other people. I don't really like give a synopsis or whatever the hell from the books because I don't want to spoil them. I don't know, the way I do it is just like trying to like make you feel what I felt or try to get you to understand what I felt when reading these, because I don't really like you know, explanations on what exactly happens because I want to experience that for myself. So I'm just like trying to hype you up to read these to make you curious enough to read these. If I did my job. If not, I don't know. Go elsewhere. No. Don't go. Please. But yeah, would recommend this author, this series. Yes. Right. Okay, so that was it for this. I hope my ramblings weren't too confusing. And as much as his books gut punched me, I would most definitely buy every single Adam Silvera book after this because the man is a genius. Like, he can make you feel shit. I don't know if you've gotten that impression, but he can make you feel some shit. And again, his writing style is beautiful and everything just works so well with everything. Having What If It's Us being like my introduction to Adam Silvera, it was great, not gonna lie. But I think my friend Sol mentioned this as well, since it's like the first Adam Silvera book we both read. She mentioned that she never really got which one was which, so who wrote what character. I had that too. I assumed Adam Silvera, being a Latinx man, wrote about Ben, a Latinx boy, so I don't know, but I wouldn't say that was like representative of his writing style, or like, yeah, his writing style. Because while it is good, it is very, very different from the rest of his books. And something that I also noticed is that every book is different, so like the style is different. I mean, obviously every book is different, but I mean the style in which he writes it. I don't know if it's just me or what, but I'm not complaining. Adam Silvera can have all my money. Seriously. But yeah, that was it. Hopefully, Adam Silvera's book will come out soon, sooner than later, like the third Infinity Cycle book. I know that Here's to Us, the sequel to What If It Does, comes out this October. I'm gonna try and get my hands on an arc of that. I really hope I get an advance copy. Someone please send me an advance copy. I will do whatever the hell it takes. I will just send it to me. But yeah, Adam Silvera is definitely one of my favorite writers now, and I would definitely be on the lookout for any of his work in the near future, because he is just a fantastic writer. So thank you so much for joining me. I really hope I didn't bore you guys or whatever the hell. Thank you for listening to me ramble. If it's unclear or whatever, again, just feel free to just ask me on Instagram, Twitter, wherever. I'm an open book. If you have any questions, just ask. I'm not shy about anything. Well, no, that's not true. But in regards to my personality, no, I'm not shy about anything. So yeah, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next week.